Hi everyone, Adarsh here from Adarsh Model Train. So today we will see how we can use snap turnout with the relay switches with our wireless module. So first what we have to do is we have to just go to the GitHub page, github.com/adarsh-model-trains. In the repositories we have GMRI MQTT Spring Transformer Wireless Ecosystem project. Once we go here, we have to go into ESP Adreno Solutions, and in ESP Adreno Solutions, here we can see in the README, we are looking for snap turnout and signals. So we'll click on this, and it will take us to the project where we have all the steps documented how we have to connect Node MCU with Uno or Mega, and then how we have to connect relay switch and PCA 9685 board, as well as the snap turnout. So what we have to do is, here if you see, let's start from the beginning. So here from Uno or Mega, we have to take RX and DX pin to the node MCU, and we have to set up the common ground. Here you can see, and then here it's the same thing. You can see in the Mega, RX and TX pin is from both the side, and you have to swap that. So if the RX from Mega is coming, it should go into TX, and TX from node MCU has to go to RX pin of Mega, and this yellow wire is a common GND wire. And then how we can connect is, so from Uno or Mega we have to connect SD and SCL line to the PCA 9685 board, and then we have to take 5 volt and GND to the board. And from here, for powering up this board, you can either use external 5 volt, which is this one, and from this PC96 board, from the yellow PWM pin, you have to take 0 and 1 pin to relay switch. And here you can see the power for relay switch, which we have taken commonly shared wire, which is coming from Mega or Uno, GND in 5 volt. And here you can see we are using 12 volt external adapter, where the high is going to the center common of the relay switch. So this is a twin relay switch where we have two switches together, and power should go to the middle one, and common ground should go to the middle one of the snap turnout, and the live should go from relay switch to the snap turnout. So this connection we will determine how we can determine. So we'll do the experiment before that. So first thing what we have to do is we can just download the code here. We will download the code into desktop. So once code is downloaded, here we can just upload the code. So before that, first what we have to do is we will start our basic configurations. So we'll start our MQTT. So our MQTT is up now, and I have already, in our earlier tutorial, I have already explained how we can set up the MQTT server on Linux, Mac, as well as on Windows machine, and how we can integrate it with the GMRI, and then how we can download how we can download the transformer application. So if you go into this home page, and then you can see the transformer application, how we can download it. You can download the jar file here, you can download the configuration file here, and what are the steps required for that, everything is mentioned, and how you can execute that also, it's there. So I have downloaded everything here in the desktop. We'll just go to the location. So here you can see that we have configuration file, application properties file, application.yaml file, and this is a jar file which we need. So if you see here, I'll show you application.yaml file. So we are just trying for, we want to just test the one snap turnout. So I need only single node application here right now. So if you see, I have just enabled one node here, and light, I am not testing light, I am not testing any signal, 2 LED signal, 3 LED signal, I am not testing servo based turnout, I am just testing one snap. I just want to configure one snap turnout and one board. So this is our configuration. If so, you can just take any of the YAML editor and you can edit this here like this. So all this information I have already shown in earlier video, how we can tweak those things and what does it meant for. So here we need only one node with one snap turnout, and for one snap turnout one board is required. So now what we're gonna do is, I'll just copy paste the command. It will start our server, and it will let us know how, it will let us know where we have to configure our snap turnout on which boards. So if you see here, we'll just copy this. This is for all the nodes, but I don't want all the node, I want only one node. So we'll take this example, and application is running on 8080. So I guess I have changed to 8080. No, it's on 8090. So here it will let us know we have configured on node 1 with total snap turnout count 1 turnout board, and it will tell that total snap turnout 2 pins are required for snap turnout. So it will say total servo boards 0, snap turnout board 1 required, light signal board is 1 required. I guess that is also not required. So address 5001 we have to configure in JMRI on board number 0, pin number 0. It will do the throw operation on board number 0, on board pin number 1 it will do the close operation. So this is what we have to take care while configuring the boards. So in the next step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna configure the board. So first what we have to do is, we'll go and in the next step we'll just upload the code to NodeMCU as well as in Arduino, and then after that we will do the setup connections, and then we will test it out. So now what we have to do is, first thing we have to upload the code into ESP8266 and Arduino. So I got my ESP8266 here and Arduino Uno. So first thing what we will do is, we will go here and we will download the source code. Desktop. Got downloaded the source code. We got the code here. Here we have Arduino code as well as ESP8266 code. So first thing what we have to do is, we'll just go here open the Arduino IDE. So with the IDE we'll go to open, we'll select desktop, we'll select the ESP8266 code here. It's the same code. So first thing what we have to do is we have to plug the node MCU to router. So I have connected node MCU here. Now what we have to do is we have to just select the port. Port is selected now, and we'll go to boards here, ESP8266 node MCU. I have already created a video earlier, like where how we can configure node MCU with in the machine step by step. So if you are not familiar with that, you can follow that video tutorial. It will be there in the playlist. So second thing what we have to do is we have to just change the username and password. Based on your username password you can do. So this is a MQTT username and MQTT password that I already showed how we can configure MQTT and how we can configure username, password and all. And this is a port, this is a host name, like you host for the machine where my MQTT server is running. Basically it's the same machine, and this is a MQTT topic. So we are using node 1, so we need only node 1 here, and this is a client ID. So if you are using many clients, you can change the IDs based on that. So this is what we need now, and I'm compiling the code. So it takes a bit of time to compile the code, and once code is compiled we can upload the code directly to ESP8266. So code is uploaded, so we are good with the one part, so we are good with this. So here we can just see the logs. So once we'll start the network for this Adarsh model trains, it will connect to that, and that time I'll show you. What I'll do is I'll just connect. I'm starting the router. I have started the router, and here I should be able to see. I cannot see now, but it's starting. It takes time to start that. So here you can see here. So once I'll connect to this, and so I'm into another network which doesn't have internet here. So here you can see, and once I'll go into serial monitor here. So Wi-Fi connected here, if you can see, and if I just press the reset button, so it's connected to Wi-Fi as well as is connected to MQTT broker. Here it's connected. So this is the, it tells that it's already connected to that. So this is the first step which we have done. Now in the next step what we will do is we will upload the code to Arduino Uno. So for that we will connect Uno and we will open Uno code. But before that we have to do some changes. So here we are using only one turnout board, 0 board for lights and signals, and total number of board is 1. So this is the basic change we have to do in config.h file, and then we will compile the code. We have to select the port. We have to go to the board manager here, and we have to select Arduino Uno here, and rest is, there should not be any change. It should work fine. Compilation has been done, and now we are uploading the sketch to the Uno. Here we can see uploading is done, and here it's came. So it says PCA96 board, 1 for turnout, for light it's 0. Total number of PCA turnout board for turnout and light is 1. So this is also done. Now in the next step what we will do is we will configure turnout and everything with Arduino Uno. So in the first step what we will do, we will just configure Node MCU with Arduino Uno, and then we will configure PCA96 board with Uno, and then we will configure relay switch with Uno, relay switch with PCA9685 board. So that is our next course of action now. So now what we're gonna do is I have just lay out all the items what we need is. So if you see here, we have our Node MCU where we have uploaded the sketch. We have our Arduino where we have already uploaded the sketch. We have PCA9685 board. We have relay switch. We have 4 LEDs and 10K resistor, couple of male female DuPont and male to male DuPont. We have 12 volt 2 adapters. So one we're gonna power up our PCA96 board, and another one we will power up our Arduino. And this is the snap turnout here. And now we will do our configuration. So first thing what we have to do is we will configure. So here first thing what we have to do is we will configure Node MCU with Arduino, and then Arduino with PCA96 board, and from PCA9685 board to relay switch, and from relay switch we will configure the LEDs to test it first, so that we can figure out where we have to connect the through and close wire of snap turnout. So what we have done is we have taken RX TX pin from Arduino Uno, and we have inserted RX TX pin to the Node MCU, and here the 3.5 and GND we have taken and we have inserted to the node MCU to power up the node MCU. So in that case we need not to power up it node MCU separately. We are powering up node MCU from the UNO itself. So in the next step what we have done is we have connected UNO as well as PC9685 board here. So you can see here, this is the SCL line, this is a SDA line which is coming here, SCL and SDA. This is a VCC and this is a GND which is coming from here, 5 volt VCC and GND wire which is coming directly to this pin. So in the next step what we're gonna do is we will connect this relay switch with the PC9685 board, and then after that we will connect LEDs with the help of breadboard with this, and we will do the dummy run test, and then we will decide where we have to configure the snap switch. So here you can see what we have done is we have taken VCC and GND from the PC9685 board and we have supplied it to the relay switch here to the VCC and GND, and from PWM pin, from pin 0 and 1 we have taken blue one from 0 and green one from 1, and we have given to the input number 1 and 2 on the relay switch. So now next step is to use these LEDs and connect it to this one and supply the power to this. So that is our next course of action. So now what we have done is here, if you see, we have connected all the 4 LEDs. So these are white lines, these white wires, these are going to the common of the relay switch in the middle, and this blue and yellow orange is coming from the first relay switch, and this yellow and green is coming from second relay switch and going to this breadboard where we have connected the 10k resistors and then 4 LEDs. So if you see, this is a long leg of the LED which we have configured from ground to again. So we have taken ground from here, from this breadboard, and we are feeding ground to all the 4 LEDs here, and main power will come from this board, where in this breadboard we are about to connect 12 volt positive here and minus here GND. So positive will go to this relay switch, and based on the relay switch it will blow up the LEDs. So in the next step what we will do, we will just connect these 12 volt power adapters to UNO as well as to this breadboard. So now you can see, after connecting this external 12 volt here to this breadboard, this LED 1 and LED 3 is glowing. It means this is, and the LED which are not glowing, which is this one and this one. So this orange and yellow is the place, orange side and yellow side, where we have to configure this open and throw turn out connections, and the middle one of that common will go to the common of this breadboard. So let's see here, let's open the JMRI. Panel Pro. So we have configured each and everything in the Panel Pro already in our previous exercises, where we have done the configurations and all, and we have already configured MQTT with Panel Pro, and we have saved all the options there. So snap turnout, this 50,000, 50,001 which we have seen earlier from the REST service, here 50,001 is already there, we have configured earlier. So let's try to test it. So now what we will do, we already have all this information, we'll just try to do testing. So here you can see, for once we have done the throw, when we have done the close, this will go here and then it will come here. So it means close one we have to configure here, and for thrown we have to this went off and this blow for a second and then it came back, so we have to configure throw one here. So that's how we can avoid burning these snap switches, snap turnout, because I already, while in the experiment, I burned almost like three times, three different snap turnout. So that's how I figured out. I know it's a very dumb mistake, but just to avoid all these things, just to get the clearly where we have to configure, this is how we can do the experiment, and we can figure out what exactly and where exactly we have to configure. So now what we will do, we will just configure the turnout with this, and then we will test the turnout. So now you can see what I did is, from this snap turnout, this middle one is a ground one, which I have connected to the common here, which is coming from here, GND, and the throw one and the close one I have connected here, one here and one here. So if we have to do close, so here you can see it's closed, means train can go like this now straight, and once it's thrown here, it will go like this. So if you see here in this, and this is a complete wireless system here. So here you can see, and I'll show you the data also which is passing. I guess this we don't need now. We can close this one. In the spring application here we can see what information is passing here from GMRI and what. So here you can see 5001 thrown, 5001 close. So this is just for the demo purpose. I have configured only one snap turnout, but this board, with this board you can configure 8 snap turnout, and you can create a chain of these boards. Up to 64 boards you can configure. So you can configure as long as the board pin are available, and for every snap turnout we need 2 pins from PCA9685 board and 2 pair of one relay switch, where we have one for throwing, one for closing. And always make sure that before configuring your snap turnout, always test it with this LEDs, so that you will get where exactly you have to configure, because it might vary based on your relay switch, because sometimes relay switch on off will be on the opposite side and all. So based on that you have to identify, and you can do that. So here you can see that only the powers are going to, this is a power board, this is a power plug which is going to Arduino, and Arduino is powering up ESP8266, which is through Wi-Fi, which is connected to the application, and it's getting data, and then it's feeding to the Arduino, and then Arduino is passing that information to this board, and this board is controlling this relay switch, and this relay switch is configuring this, controlling this snap turnout. So this is how this is how we have to configure it. I hope this will help you to understand the configuration as well as the execution of this. So in the next thing, so in this whole process, what we are doing is we are just connecting to node MQTT. Node MCU is talking to MQTT and then getting the information. In the next setup, we will connect to RESTful services, which is exposed by the Spring transformer, and Node MCU will get data from there, and it does the same operation but from the different route. So stay tuned for that. If you like this, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.